My bird is missing. I need a permit to post sign.
Let me just look for that form.
There's no time. He can fly.
I don't know if Jess has told you this, but I am writing a novel.
Oh, really? Yeah. What's it about?
It's about zombies.
Zombies?
Ken? Just when I thought it was impossible to find a 30-something named Ken.
It's Hard-Headed Sports with Spinny and Fetty Bus. Famous for their podcasts, you can now catch them right here on The Al Travis Show.
Lucky to have them both today. We've got Spinny and Fetty Bus. Hate to do this to you, Fetty, but let's be honest. The Bethany Lutheran College Vikings basketball team is the OKC of the MIAC, right? I mean, you guys are crushing it, but you did have a bit of a trip up this week. Tell us what happened in the game this week, sir.
We lost last night to Crown College at home. First loss in conference, so 2-1 now in conference.
And you're laying that at the foot of what?
We just didn't have it going on either side of the ball. I mean, we jumped out to a big lead to start the game, and then the last 30 minutes of the game, we couldn't make shots, and we couldn't defend either very well. But I know we got the right guys in the locker room that are ready to watch film and get things corrected going forward. We were off on Saturday, so got a week until our next game.
All right, let's get a little help from Spinny, also a coach and also a guy who blew up Blue Earth area, grew up in Blue Earth area, so he knows what a loss means and what moral victories are. Spinny, you have any words of wisdom for Bus?
Bus doesn't need any words of wisdom from me. He's locked in. I would just encourage him, shooting 41% in the second half is probably not a big key to winning. It's all I'm saying.
Sometimes the ball doesn't go in the hole. Let me ask you this. This is a huge racist comment because I'm really appalled by it.
What? That's how you're opening that? That's
I know.
Opening line.
Well, this is on ESPN. I watched it on ESPN, or I saw it on an app. It might have been the ESPN, better not say that. I don't know this for sure. But, they fired Tomlin. Tomlin quit out of the Steelers, right? After 19 years, he's not going to be the coach of the Steelers. And this page that I see, this gal's on television talking, I think it was ESPN, I could be wrong. She's saying that if they do not hire another black coach, then this was racism. He was a coach for 19 flippin' years. Everything isn't racism. I don't know who the Steelers are going to go with, but is that really what the Steelers have to do, or they're doing something wrong? He quit. Maybe he was forced out. I don't know. But he was their coach for 19 years. That's a heck of a run in the NFL. Is it racist if they don't hire a black coach? Spinny?
I don't.
Well, that was what they put on ESPN. I'm like, I don't know why he quit. I mean, you got to win in the NFL, and, he can't get past the first round. I get it. But then to say who they have to hire, that to me is more racist than the fact that he quit. Am I wrong? I mean, I'm willing to say I'm wrong, but you don't keep a guy for 19 years if you're racist.
Pretty sure he just stepped down. He didn't.
Yeah.
He basically retired, I believe.
Okay, so that's my point. They threw that out there, and I'm like, I don't see that at all with Pittsburgh. I've never heard anything in the locker room, anything else about racism there. I just think somebody's trying to make some noise for noise's sake. Come on, Spinny, am I wrong? You tell me I'm wrong if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misreading the whole thing.
I just don't know the context of the situation, so I'm hesitant to comment on a situation where I don't exactly know the context.
All right, fair enough. I'm just telling you what I saw this morning, and I'm like, it came out of nowhere because I'd not heard anything about it in Pittsburgh, and this guy was here for 19 years. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Let's talk the football games this weekend and who's doing what, where, and when. Looks like the first game, I'm looking at times here, the Bills and the Broncos, of course, they are in Denver. Denver's actually got a 1.5. They're favored by a 1.5, which tells me they don't really feel confident in Denver because you generally get 3 points just for being at home, correct? Who you going with, Bus, and why?
I'm going to go with the road team Bills. I basically am just going with them because of Josh Allen. We saw him go on the road to Jacksonville, beat a good Jags defense last week. I think he could do the same thing against the Broncos. Broncos basically are kind of like the Bears of the AFC, where they struggle for the first 2 hours of the game and somehow come alive on offense in the fourth quarter. So that could definitely happen. But I got to pick the best quarterback here, and it's by far Josh Allen.
Josh Allen might be, Spinny, he's got a point. You go with the quarterback. If you're going with the quarterback, Josh Allen's the best quarterback left, correct?
Yeah, not even, I don't think anybody else is in the same class as him left.
And would you say that for the entire tournament? Who are you looking at would be anywhere in this? Yeah, I mean, he might have been.
Mahomes, Jackson, Burrow, all out. Herbert's never won a playoff game. Like, that's kind of the top 5 list for me. Hurts looked bad the whole year. I just think Allen is far and away better than any quarterback in the NFL right now, and especially any quarterback left in the playoffs. I mean, you could make the Stafford argument, but I just don't think they're the same class of players.
Bus would like to stick up for Darnold. What were you saying, Bus?
No, not Darnold. I agree with Spinny. Allen's on his own tier here, but we do have an MVP winner and someone that's going to finish second still in the playoffs as well, between May and Stafford.
True.
Okay, fair enough. So, Spinny, who are you going with then? Did I hear that?
Buffalo for sure. I mean, I've been the biggest Denver hater this whole year. I picked them to not even make the playoffs. I don't respect them as a team. I think Buffalo's got this.
All right, I'm going with Buffalo as well. The Bills as well. On the other side, the late night game on Saturday will be the 49ers taking on the Seahawks, and Darnold. Real honestly, the Seahawks by 7 currently as far as the money goes. I would like to see Darnold do really well. I want him to see a win and playoff game, so it isn't some fluky thing, and he'll always be the guy who chokes. I'm rooting for him there. I think he's got a great chance of doing it because, let's be honest, other than Purdy, are there any 49ers left that we know the names of? They're just decimated. I think Darnold wins his big playoff game. I think Seattle takes this. Your thoughts, Spinny?
Man, Al, this is the hardest game of the weekend for me.
It's the biggest spread.
I know it is, Al, but we've counted the Niners out for 2 months, and they just keep winning games. They literally just keep winning games with nobody's. It's just Christian McCaffrey and Brock Purdy and Juwan Jennings, and that's all you need to win games apparently in this league. So, huge credit to Kyle Shanahan. It's just so hard. I got to make a pick, so I'm going to go with Seattle. But, the Niners have been impressive, and Shanahan's been impressive.
That could have been, he could be coach of the year with what he did with nothing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their whole defense is injured. Their top 10 players outside of Purdy and McCaffrey are all hurt. All of them.
And what's hard, and I'll be smoking a cigar watching this garage, is I love seeing Hendricks playing. Old Minnesota guy playing well, and he had to, get in there. He's doing all that he can. Bus, your thoughts on the Niners and the Seahawks?
Yeah, I'm with Spinny. This is the toughest game to me, too. I was the one who counted out. Both of you picked the Niners last week, but I was the one who counted them out last week already, so it scares me going against them again. But I think I have to pick the home team, Seahawks, here, just with how banged up the Niners are. But it would not shock me at all if they pull off this upset.
All right, fair enough. The other game, we have the Texans and the Patriots. New England at home has a 3-point advantage, so basically that's a coin toss, and they give them the 3 for being at home. Bus, who you taking there?
I'm taking the Patriots, but Drake May does have to play a lot better than he did against the Chargers, I would say, with how good this Texans defense is. But ultimately, I just don't think the Texans are going to be able to score enough points to win this game.
Spinning, your thoughts?
Yeah, if I was a betting man, I would put any amount of money on the under in this game, whatever that number is. I don't even care. I just think this is going to be a 9-6, 12-6, 3 game. Great defenses on both sides. Ugly ball about to be played. Patriots don't have a ton of receivers, and Houston's going to get a lot of pressure on them. And C.J. Stroud did look good last week, but for the season hasn't overall, and I worry about his ability to move the ball in windy, cold New England. So I'm going to go with New England just based on coach and quarterback. I think both are better for New England, so I'm going to go there. But this is going to be an ugly 1965-style football game.
See, but I agree with you 100%, Spinny, but that's the problem with picking a winner here. Because the Texans could, they just put 25 points on the board in the last quarter when they needed to. I'm going with the Patriots, but when it's a one-score game like that, it could just be whoever has the ball last. and scores something at the end. I hate those kind of pick 'em games. I'm going with Patriots as well. Then the big game for the weekend on our side, I think it's the Rams versus the Bears, a 5-2 matchup. It's got to be the Bears. Or I'm the Rams, right? I think the Bears have been smoke and mirrors. You can't play for 1 hour out of a 3-hour game and expect to win. Spinny, you're first.
I don't think this game is going to be close. Truly,
No?
I don't. I mean, I say that, and the Bears will be down 24, and they'll cut it to one possession in the fourth quarter, probably. But I think this is going to be so. McVay had this moment against the Patriots and Bill Belichick in the Super Bowl where he came out of the game and was like, I just got out-coached. It was his welcome to the NFL moment. I think that's going to be for Ben Johnson this weekend. I think they're going to get thoroughly out-coached, start to finish by the Rams. I think the Rams are more talented top to bottom, and I think their quarterback's better. So I just think the Rams. This would be my most surprising upset is if the Bears win this game.
We're all going the same so far. Bus, what do you got?
I'm taking the Rams too. They have the better quarterback, better coach. I think, they jump out to a lead like the Packers did. They're not a team that's going to blow that lead by any means. They got 2 solid running backs. They got the passing game, obviously Puka and Devontae Adams. I'm with Spinny. I would be shocked if the Bears pulled this upset off, even as the home team.
Fair enough. We've got to go to break. We'll be back after this. We'll talk some T-Wolves with Spinny and Fetty Bus from Hard Headed Sports.
When the stakes are high at the Minnesota Capitol, you need more than a lobbyist. You need a partner. At Momentum Advocacy, we bring nearly 90 years of combined experience in government relations, public affairs, and strategic communications. From nonprofits to national corporations, we help organizations navigate Minnesota's political landscape with integrity, insight, and results. Whether you need legislative champions or headlines, Momentum Advocacy delivers. For more, visit momentum-advocacy.com. Momentum Advocacy, your friends at the Capitol.
Braver Angels Minnesota is part of a national movement that brings together conservatives, liberals, independents, and others to restore trust, respect, and goodwill in politics. We seek not to eliminate our differences, but rather deal with them head on, with respect and understanding. We do not try to change people's views, but how they view the other side. There will always be differences. Braver Angels Minnesota believes the best way forward is to change how we deal with those differences. Join the civil conversation at mn.braverangels.org.
Amongst friends, the Al Travis Show. Nothing but talk.
And I've got them, Spinny and Fetty Bus from Hard Headed Sports. Pick them up wherever you get your podcast. Gentlemen, here's the open-ended question to you. The Minnesota Timberwolves have hit the halfway point. It's amazing how fast this season goes. They're literally at the halfway point after having just blown out the Bucks without Ant or Gobert, 139-106. I'll start with you, Bus. You're the coach. Are you asking for management for anything, any kind of trade? Are you willing to ride out what we have? And what is your assessment currently of your Minnesota T-Wolves?
I think we're in a really good spot. I would say I would still like a trade around the margins, as I've always been saying this season. Just like a low end guard upgrade, preferably point guard, come off the bench. As much as I love Conley for his leadership, he's obviously just old and just doesn't really have it anymore. So we just need another spark off the bench.
And we don't have anybody on the bench. All those players down the line, we don't have anybody that can fill that. I think we drafted a couple of people we thought could. Have we decided they cannot?
We thought Rob could be that guy. I was never in that boat. I never really thought he would be that guy. So anything where we could trade Rob and maybe one other piece to get a better point guard in there, someone that can play meaningful playoff minutes, I think that would be huge. But I mean, we're one game out of the 2 seed right now, and even with I think about how many games we've pulled as the classic T-Wolves losing to teams we shouldn't. So I love where we're at right now.
All right, Spinny, can you take that from a basketball coach, and he ends his whole conversation with, and we've lost a lot of games where, we probably should have won, but I'm okay with where we're at. Isn't that show a mental problem? And I'll give you the same question. You happy where we're at halfway through the season? Would you make any kind of trade, Spinny?
Yes, I do want a trade for a point guard. I think Kobe White of Chicago is a good option. Shoot, I'd take Trey Jones out of Chicago. I think that's a good option. There's just a lot.
How about Ja Morant?
I mean, depending on what I have to give up and depending on what Ja I'm getting, I think that would be more of an Anthony Edwards conversation for me. If Ant thinks that him and Ja can be effective and work together well, then I'd probably be in for it if I'm not, having to give up a lot. I think the problem with Ja.
You don't think he's a chemistry buster? He's a chemistry buster, in my opinion. I think he blows this whole team up.
I mean, as the best player on.
You hit your mic. Yep. There.
As the best player on the team, sure, but if Ant's I can run this team. It's obviously his team at this point. If we're confident in that leadership ability, I think it's doable. Again, the hard part is you have to match contracts, and Ja's making a lot, and I don't want to give up Randall and Gobert for Ja. I don't want to give up either of those two guys for Ja.
Oh, you perked my interest and you said giving up Gobert. All right. Otherwise,
Giving
then you
up
ride
the
this
best defender in the league this year. Come on.
Stop. The guy has to do more than be 7 foot tall. All right. I'm sorry. Basketball is deeper than that.
Under 50% against him in the paint this year, Al.
Well, because you have no example of him outside of the paint. He doesn't leave the circle. I got it. He's a big, tall guy. Put a big pole there. Okay, that's just me. Let's do this. You guys' thoughts. And now we play Houston, who is 2 games behind us. But I think Houston has something for us. Will we come ready to play? And that's tomorrow night. Are you okay with what we've got? I think Ant will be back. I know the tall pole will be back. Gobert. Your thoughts, Spinny? Will we win this game against the Rockets on Friday?
Yeah, let's win this game. This is going to be a big one. This is going to be a big seeding one going forward, and 2 of the 3 to 5th best teams in the league. If Ant can play, I'm confident we can win.
All right, throw this at your bus as well. Sorry, Speedy. But then we have San Antonio coming back here after having lost to us by the last second. These 2 games, I think, are really important. Your thoughts, Bus?
Definitely really important. I mean, we could be the 2 seed. We win both these games. So
yeah, and I think. Go ahead. Sorry.
We're gonna be locked in.
Okay.
Obviously, the Spurs will be a little tougher being a back-to-back, as they will have an extra day off than us.
Yeah,
they'll be more rested. I think we're definitely going to win the Rockets game, like Spinny says, as long as Ant plays, obviously, which he should. It was just injury maintenance he sat out for, so I do expect him to play both these games, and I think we're going to get both these wins and be the 2 seed once we come back here on Tuesday.
All right, fair enough. Spinny, how do I pick up Hard-Headed Sports, buddy? I got to fly.
Pick up Hard-Headed Sports anywhere you get your podcast. New nickname for Rudy Gobert. PBP, the Big Pole. Welcome to Minnesota.
back after this.
Think about it.